Presented by PGA Tour. Today it's live opening round coverage of the California Classic. What is the importance of getting off to a good start?
It's imperative, Rich, really. Try and find your rhythm, conditions of the golf course. Really get into the round as quick as you can.
All right, welcome to PGA Tour. After disappointing NASCAR league.
Now the approach shot here at the par 4 first.
I feel like that was a lot my fault, and I hate that.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. On the green. And a chance for birdie here on the first hole. Settles in over the putt. Starting to move now, Frank, on this leaderboard.
Certainly going all in the positive direction. He's in the middle of the pack, now top 15.
Second hole's just 371 yards. Frank, are players licking their chops, thinking they need to make a 3 here?
Yeah, if you can just accept the fact that you're going to have a longer second shot than you'd think for a hole of 370 yards, then that's the first way to overcome this. Just put yourself a short iron in your hand. Do the attacking with the second shot.
Now getting ready for the approach shot here at hole number 2. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long. It's a good-looking putt right here. I might like it.
Get out of here. Did I just make that? Are you serious?
And with that birdie, moving into the top 5 on the leaderboard.
When he said
And we're starting to notice the name.
Might make it. Wow.
Frank, 100 yards longer than the second hole. The third, 471 yards. What do you think of this hole?
This is totally different to the previous hole. Driver should come out of the bag here, and if you can take that first bunker out of play, which is around that 285, 290 yard mark, you can start to shorten this hole up a little bit. And, well, the longest hitters, they still might even get a short iron in hand.
Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Just a couple of feet.
It's a
-2 early in the round. For those of you just tuning in, we're checking in now on our featured golfer here at the 4th. As we catch up with today's featured golfer, we have already seen some excellent play. Frank, what are some of the keys to keeping this early momentum?
Basically just trying to do the same things. We're seeing good driving, good approach play, and very good speed on the green right now. Keep doing the same thing.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Frank, how does that par help his cause?
It certainly doesn't hurt it.
Well, here we are at the 5th hole, a 535-yard par 5 for the long-hitting professionals. Frank, certainly not a long test. What is the challenge here on this hole?
It's another example of great design by Pete Dye. He'll give you the trouble on the left on the tee shot, and then he moves the trouble to the right on the second shot. It's going to get you one way or the other.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
Oh my
Frank,
God!
not easy to keep your eye on the target when you've just
Are you kidding
splashed
me?
down.
Yeah, but on the flip side too, one bad shot doesn't have to lead to two.
This now the 4th shot after the last one was in the water.
Yeah, just somehow just get it on the green.
Get down. Look out.
It's over. The green.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck? Really? This is an awkward length.
Oof, I saved the par on that. Wow.
Like Ben Crenshaw right
I got a
there.
par
Just so
and I went in
smooth.
the water. What
played
could have
before?
been?
Well, Frank, how about this 255-yard par 3 6th?
Yeah, there's a bit of a bailout area, sort of short and left, but the only thing really going in the player's favour, it is a big green, 51 yards in depth. So
Where is
to
the
sort of do the maths in
wind
reverse,
on that?
255, take away 50, 205 front, doesn't sound as daunting.
Well, he pays the price for
I was
that.
anticipating a wind to blow
Yeah, when you don't
that,
see the
but-
top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You're going to need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Okay, 20 feet, not too bad. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy.
Man, you know what? I thought
Frank,
that
that's
was too
not one
far
you're
right,
necessarily
and I still
thinking
went with
about
it
making.
Like an idiot.
No, just good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
That takes him to 1 under on the day.
Still plenty of time.
We're at the 7th now,
He's in the top
346
10,
yards
6
with
holes in.
plenty
That
of water
hasn't
on
happened
that
in a
right
while, so-
side. How do you handle this one, Frank?
You've got to pick a target there. A lot of people think when they're laying up off the tee, and that's exactly what this hole is. You just blaze away at something down the left side. But if you're going to pick a tree, don't just pick the tree. Pick a branch or a leaf. Be more specific.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
I'm gonna
And
give
getting
one back
ready for
again,
the
'cause
putt.
I'm not going to make this. I guess I'm wrong. Okay.
Wow, what a putt. That is huge. Now the second par 5 on this opening 9 here at PGA West. Frank, what are we looking at?
The bunker down the right side gives you that optical illusion because it sort of has that curvy edge to it, plus it sort of moves its way to that right side, and then you notice there's a bunker on the left that sneaks in on the left side. So this isn't just sort of blaze away off the tee. It still requires a good straight tee shot. If you do err a little bit, then you've got to be very cognizant of the bunkers up on the left
Probably
side
could've made the green
as you
if
get
I
closer
wasn't
to
in
the
the rough.
green.
So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait, and at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks. Rich, you know, after you've already made one mistake in the rough, there's a chance he's going to make another.
Just trying to get it back out into the fairway and not make a big number. And he's made it onto the green now. So just a formality.
I don't think a tourniquet is going to work after that one.
Tough to watch. Frank, the ninth hole at 452 yards.
God,
that
water
water down the right is
hole.
really a test of a player's driving ability, isn't it?
It is, and his ability to sort of take the shot on. Ideally, just something with a little bit of a fade, unless you can carry the ball 300 yards. Then you can get it just past that bunker. But when you look at this hole, notice how that fairway just starts to open up. So Pete Dye will reward an aggressive tee shot, but also he'll punish it if it's wayward.
Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Just 5 feet left. Still playing even for the day after the par. Rich Lerner pleased to be alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Back to PGA West, getting set for the back nine. And the 10th hole, it's a good-looking hole, Frank, at 416 yards.
It certainly gets your attention, just the visual there. This is one of those holes, if you've got a caddy, you say, oh, what's that carry over the bunker on that left side where the water is? He'll tell you it's like 240 yards, and then you say, well, what's it to the bunkers on the right? Well, to get past those ones on that right side, you're in the vicinity of 300 yards. This is a hole that...
Good news is...
Are you kidding me?
...was able to retrieve the golf ball.
Yeah, on dry land, and can he carry it this time, though?
Playing his 4th shot after the 3rd was wet. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green.
Not too bad. It's about 23 feet away.
Didn't hit the flagstick, but he still has a chance.
That long putt for a bogey.
Oh, what a putt from long distance, bottom of the barrel. Frank, how about this hole, the par 5 11th? Long one.
Oh, it is. And, you know, anything over 600 yards, only the longest it is the Bubba Watsons, the Dustin Johnsons of the world. The other ones that can get home on a hole like this. For the other ones, even those bunkers down the left side are sort of in play. You at least have to give them a cursory look off the tee. Nothing wrong with a hole that a par 5 that you can't reach. You can still play it as a 3-shotter. And in some respects, you get rewarded for laying up here, because that water that comes in on the left-hand side, that's not going to be in play.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder, or
there's the
just
water.
hit
I knew
another
that was
one.
too good to be true. There's no water on this hole.
Has it?
Maybe wet. So toweled off.
Come on!
And ready to go.
God!
Well, let's hope this swing he hasn't still got the floaties on.
Gotta be
Group
kidding
playing
me.
his 5th shot after hitting it in the water.
Yeah, it's not all lost. Once again, check the yardage, check the wind, start again.
That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Wow.
Rich, too much grass between ball and club
Shooting
face.
7
Paid a
freaking
price
green yet.
with
What?
the tee ball landing in the rough.
Sad.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Oh, way to
That
throw
hole
tournament out
certainly
the window.
got the best of him. Triple bogey.
Unbelievable.
Frank, now another clever, small par 4, only 363 yards here at the 12th.
A couple of different options here, Rich. You can lay it up just short of where
much
that
water
nose of the
on
bunker
this
starts to poke out on the
man.
right side of the fairway.
Way too
You're
much
going to be
water.
left with something in the sort of 140, 150 yard mark to the flag. Or if you want to get a little sort of greedy, you start to sneak it up there where it gets narrow. It's shorter, but it requires a better shot.
Safely aboard. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Oh my God, dude.
Frank, that's what you want to do.
so
Good
bad.
lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Frank, you can see by the reaction, it has been that kind of week. Just a few too many pars. Now teeing off here at the par 3, 13th.
Oh my God, with this water, dude. I don't like it.
This is definitely not going down the fairway.
That doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
Just a couple of feet. Rough day so far.
Now
4 over
starting
par on the
par.
round.
After I already had enough bogeys. To go
Now another
-2
short par 4.
plus
It's only
4.
389 yards. But Frank, where could a player go off course, so to speak, at this 14th?
Well, this is a hole where you have to play your own game. If you're a longer hitter, I think you can challenge that bunker and knock it over there. And if you're shorter player, you should be only looking at that left side. You're always going to feel like you've left something out there on a hole like this. You always think you could have done the other option. But this is where you've got to stick to what you think is your gameplay.
I mean, really on top of his game right now.
Back.
That was a splendid approach shot. Beginning the long climb back, now to 3 over par. Now to the par 4, 15th hole, 468 yards. Frank, what do you like about number 15?
The variation of the bunkering here, Rich, I think is excellent. The bunker that meanders its way down the right side tends to go to the right, and then you start to see those 2 bunkers down the left side. You've really got to try and take that second one on the left out of play. That requires something in excess of 280 yards. From there on in, you've got a chance.
Headed for the bunker? Just a bit offline and into the bunker. Third shot now from the bunker.
God, this is ridiculous.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try
kidding
and
me?
fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in. Oh, that was solid, Rich. This one's safely on.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Whoa, what a bonus.
Par 4 15th measuring in at 468 yards.
How the hell?
Frank,
did I
this
win
could
a
be an
tournament?
exciting and pivotal point in
How?
the round, the par 5 16th.
Especially if the player decides to have a go here. If you're going to take it on a direct line, then you've got to carry all of that bunker complex. But then the other thing to realize, what's the worst thing that can happen? Just in the bunker, right? It's worth a go. Either that, hit it
Can
down
I
the
get
right
to the
side.
green?
There's no way you're going to reach this par 5 and 2.
You say that the wind's blowing with. Oh, nope.
There's a bunker
Not
over
me.
there.
Nope.
I think he's headed for it. Well, at least he can draw on the experience from the previous hole. Again, in the bunker. Getting ready now for this next shot in the bunker. See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy.
Oh my
gosh, that hurts. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. Nothing wrong with that par putt. So, Frank, you arrive on the tee box. What are you thinking here as you look out at the hole they call Alcatraz? Par 3 17th at 168 yards.
Well, we've seen it all here, Rich, from that hole-in-one that Lee Trevino had in the Skins game all the way back in 1987 to people splashing away left, right, and center. No advice here. You can see what's in front of you.
Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
This would be a good time to reverse the slide. 5 over par on the day. Well, here we are at 18. It's a par 4, only 439 yards, but again, we've said it all day long. Water to deal with.
It's a great driving hole here, Rich. You don't necessarily have to hit driver.
Why not?
There's 3
Frank, they threw him a life vest. He's back on dry land.
And I hope this time he swings, he doesn't have the water wings on.
Third shot now after the last one found the deep blue.
Oh my God, that's
You can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for.
Well, look out. This could be. So, drop the shot after ending up with the water on that recent miscue. Still going, and going the wrong way. This is the 5th shot after that previous one went into the drink.
crap. Nailed it.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Flared that one a bit to the right, but still not too bad. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Really?
Hate to say it, but that is a quadruple bogey, double the par, and time to pick up and move on. Well, not an especially good start to the tournament, Frank, through one round. They might be in jeopardy of missing the cut.
And they have to remember right now it's just one round, and they are, as you were saying, in the outside looking right in at the moment. But you never know. I've seen golf tournaments won from further back than this.
Yeah, no, you didn't. Not even close. What are you talking about? I don't know why I'm playing the second round, but
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Today it's live second round coverage of the California Classic. Teeing off to start the round here at PGA West. This first hole is a 445-yard par 4. Frank, walk us through the first tee shot.
Only the longest hitters won't hit driver down here, Rich. 3 wood at that bunker if you are really, really long. Otherwise, sort of try and squeeze that driver down the left side. Shorten this hole up a little bit because it plays every inch of that 450 yards.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. Those keep the round going, those par putts. Second hole's just 371 yards. Frank, are players licking their chops, thinking they need to make a three here?
Yeah, if you can just accept the fact that you're going to have a longer second shot than you'd think for a hole of 370 yards, then that's the first way to overcome this. Just put yourself a short iron in your hand. Do the attacking with the second shot.
105 yards left. So, Frank, we know that the players petitioned back in the 80s to move the PGA Tour event away from PGA West. It's coming back in 2016. But what did Pete Dye say about golf courses being fair or unfair?
Get in, baby.
Well, he said it actually. He tried to say it with a chuckle, but he always said that golf's not a fair game. So why build a golf course that's fair?
Do you agree with that?
I do now. I think everything has to align itself together. When you looked at the equipment that the players were using, wooden drivers and balls that spun around, they had trouble on windy days. And these golf courses, they really were brutal. But I think now that the ball goes further, the introduction of the metal-headed driver, the utility clubs, all of those things have made these golf courses really come back into favor again. Look at what Jason Day did in 2005.
Well, just needs to refocus right here. Out of bounds on that last shot, needs to keep this one in play. Third shot now after having gone
What
OD.
is it doing?
There's out of bounds over there.
Needs to get lucky.
Get it. I'm not wasting my time. I can.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live first-round coverage of the Tiburon Championship. Today, we're here at Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, set to bring you all the action out on the course. And Frank, what can you tell us about Wolf Creek?
Well, it's a mesmerizing layout. You can see from above, Rich, in amongst all these sort of canyon areas and boulders and that. I've never really seen a golf course like this. It's like Disneyland for the golfers. It's phenomenal, and each hole has a totally different look. It's hard to imagine you can build a golf course in an area like this.
And now we go down to the first hole. Stepping up to the first tee, Frank, what are some keys to be thinking about at this point?
Really got to pick a decent target. Really focus in on that. Don't really worry about left and right. Nice, good full swing. Slow, if anything, off the first tee.
Good, get on the grass at least.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
Frank, you always talk about it not compounding the error, but here again, another shot from the rough.
Yeah, if you try again.
Well, Frank, you hate to miss the green on a par 5 with your third shot.
Well, they say par 5s are the easiest holes to birdie, but the hardest holes to make 4. Making a 6, though, well, that certainly sets yourself backwards. So tough up and down.
Now on the green, has about 10 feet left there to save par. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Oh, God.
Well, not in contention, but in for par. Here at the par 4, 445-yard second hole. Severe dogleg to the left. What's the best play here, Frank?
Well, that tee shot, Rich, is so intimidating, so you don't necessarily have to hit driver. Club decision is probably going to be important here, because if you hit driver, you've got to take it down over that left side, all over the canyon area. So if you hit 3-wood, you can play a slightly more conservative tee shot, but it is going to leave you a longer second shot to a green that's well protected on the right side by bunkers. But really, you know, if the wind's not blowing, this is a really good, fun hole to play. Look at the vistas.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
The swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Hey.
Third shot, looking for a good one.
You hear me?
All right.
You're just going on now?
Am I? Yeah.
Safely on the dance floor.
Do you have school tomorrow?
So a tester from 4 feet.
Did you just say something? Because if you did, I didn't hear you, because
started.
my thing for some reason switched to game chat.
Yeah, I said, do you have school tomorrow?
Now on to
Why
the third,
wouldn't I have
first of the
school
short
tomorrow?
holes here at Wolf Creek. Uphill
You have
shot,
every other
Frank?
day
Yes,
off.
it's going to play a little longer because of that.
I don't have school next Friday.
7 yards
but-
off the back tee. Hard to imagine you have a par
Well,
3
here, let me tell you.
amongst
This
desert.
week,
And
right?
really, that's
This
all it is. Tee and
today
green.
flew by.
There's not much in between.
Tomorrow,
Well
I go on
protected, as
a
you can see
field
by those
trip
bunkers, and
and
this green a little
have, like,
smaller
this race
than,
thing
what
all
you'd like
day,
for a hole
so
that's
I don't
around
really-
that 230-yard mark.
Frank, anything you
Have
do
much
differently
on
from the
Friday.
rough in terms of your swing? Do you hinge the club a little bit more quickly?
So,
No,
it's
normally
really
put
only
the ball
Wednesday
just
and
a little bit
Thursday.
further back in your stance, because you want the club to be going down. Down, it's got to go
Yeah.
down through the grass, through the ball.
Knocks it up on the green. It is about 28 feet away from the hole.
Currently
Even par,
playing
currently.
Destiny 2. Just loaded that up. I just, the reason my PS4 was on because I was downloading Beyond Souls or whatever it's called.
Okay, wow,
Into
I
the
misread
thick
that.
stuff. That's a difficult lie.
Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
What did you just read? I'm very confused.
Golf.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. 2 over for the day. And now let's go down to the action.
I'm
at
really
the 4th.
confused right now.
It has not gone all that well early in the round for our featured golfer. What do they need to do, Frank, to turn this thing around?
No,
you
well,
can't
I'm
dwell on what's
confused,
just
right?
happened. There's
Because
plenty of holes ahead.
I don't know
Look
what
at the
to do.
scorecard, par 5s to play, things like that. Really
Like, I
pick
either do
apart
the
this golf
Crucible,
course.
which is
There's
like
gonna be plenty of
multiplayer
opportunities
PvP.
around the corner.
The farm, which is like headquarters pretty much, or I have to go to Earth, which is like the campaign.
Second shot.
But I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. What do I do?
There's a
Oh,
bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it.
speak
So the
with
second of the par 4 goes begging,
Hawthorne at the
and
farm.
now
Okay,
I'll have to
that's
rely
what
on the
I
short
want to
game.
do. I'll do that.
But a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes.
Wes, did you
See if
hear
he
about
does it
my
here.
legs?
No.
When we, what are you guys screaming behind me?
Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap.
When we went to Nancy and
Not enough
Frank's
on that
there,
one.
right?
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
I have
Great
11
professionals, Frank.
bug bites
They don't
on my
fear
legs, and they are the
greenside bunker shot, do
itchiest
they?
No,
things in
because
the
you can
world.
be as aggressive or
It's
as
still
conservative as you
itching,
want.
yes.
You actually have far more options.
And
you don't
it
have to
is
hit the ball first.
horrible.
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a master class in short game.
Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Can I have more of that green
Finally
stuff
in.
or whatever it is that
Double
that
bogey.
works? Please.
Now to the par 5 fifth hole.
No, that just
Cut
makes
it
it
over the
hurt.
ridge here, Frank.
Well, if you can, if you dare. And there is
No, I
actually a
need
stream
the-
here.
the
I know we're in the
green
middle of a desert, but if you can clear that stream, that's the main thing. This is a crazy
Put on the
looking
green
tee
stuff
shot
first,
because
because that works.
it looks like you want to go down
That's
that
like
left
instant
down that canyon
relief.
area, but if you don't know the exact distance you fly
Well,
the
then
ball,
do the
then
green stuff, because
you'll
that
see you're
stuff
gonna be in
seemed to work.
lots and lots of problems. Those collection of 3 bunkers down the right side, as long as you can avoid that, then that second shot to this par 5, that's not overly long,
You
it's
should
just
get
under
this
500
game.
yards, is certainly reachable. Second shot will play uphill to a elevated green with, once again, 3 different levels.
You can do like PvP
Move
and
that
stuff.
one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
You do. Yeah.
So missed the fairway. And now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Oh my god.
Well, at least he can draw on the experience from the previous hole. Again, in the bunker. In the greenside bunker here, Frank. Nice to go to the beach, but not too often, we hope. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is
Wes
swallowed
is
up.
confused.
Just trying to make clean contact from the rough.
Here. Here. What about over here? The one down here?
Okay, good shot on the dance floor.
No, where is it? There one? Yeah.
Locked in on the read and the speed.
This is no fun, I'm telling you.
This would be a good time to reverse the
Yeah, the
slide.
back of the car
5
here.
over par on the deck.
Yeah.
Here at the 6th,
It's only
447-yard
hour.
par 4. Pretty good hole, Frank.
Yeah, probably a
Is it?
layup hole too for the longer hitters. Something out there around the 280, 290 yard mark to make sure you don't go it in the stream. Obviously, it's a dogleg ride, as you can see. The canyon on both sides is sort of well defined.
Oh, did you
so
get
know
the
where
one-
not to go. Second shot plays a little bit back up the hill
Did I hit one
to
down
a
there? Right
green.
there.
Once again, that's anything other than flat.
Oh yeah, that's where it is. Yeah.
It's fun. You've got to make sure you get that ball on the right tier if you want to have a birdie putt here.
Playing this par 4 still not on the
Well,
green
no,
after that
because I
second
thought it
shot.
was.
That's still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
What are you playing?
PGA golf.
No, so
This
now you're in the
or par.
PGA phase.
Yeah. See how that works.
When's the last time you played MLB The Show?
Those keep the round
Couple
going.
weeks
Those
ago,
par
I think.
putts.
Point made.
Well, everybody loves
When's the last
the
time you
short
played
par
Overcooked?
4, and here we have one, Frank, just 302 yards, the 7th hole.
And this hole is anything other than straightforward, Rich. Huge drop off at the front of the screen that is surrounded by water. So it's going to be a layup off the tee, really, to try and get the right yardage. This green is very, very, it's not very deep, but it's extremely wide.
Frank, I hate to go negative, but let's clear a few things
Really
up.
thought I was going to make it
The
over
penalties when you hit it in the water versus hitting it out of bounds.
Yeah, some people, that's a good question, Rich, because some people think they're almost the same, but when you hit it
Excuse
out
me,
of bounds,
I
you're
hit
actually
that
losing
before.
a stroke and a distance. For example, if
That's
I'm
what
teeing
I
off
call
on a par
crap.
4 and I hit it out of bounds, I'm penalised a stroke for hitting it out of bounds, and I'm hitting my third shot off the tee. When I hit it into a water
That's
hazard,
gone.
I don't have to lose all of that distance. I can drop the ball up just short of the water hazard. So
Lost that one out of bounds.
Yeah, you can do like
that is a costly stroke.
PvP.
Now playing the
Is what it is.
5th because
Dad, can I put
it was out of
my
bounds
pant
on that
leg
previous
down?
shot. All right, now another shot from the rough.
You have to
This
unlock
time
it
better
though
be better than
by
the
doing
one
a
we
little
just
bit of the
saw.
campaign. And then
That was a pretty nasty lie out of the rough. You did the right thing there, Frank.
Wow.
Dad, can I put this down? Can I put my pant leg down?
Oh my God! Can I get a break?
Sounds like the answer to that question is no.
I don't know how I won one of these before.
How many people is it against?
It's just the career mode.
Oh. Hey, alright. Like real first campaign mission. Here we go, going in. Oh, I wish I didn't have school tomorrow.
Mountain Shootout. I don't like the name. I don't like the sound of this.
You excited for work tomorrow?
Oh yeah, always, every day.
Wait. Wes, these campaign missions are multiplayer.
For what?
Like,
Destiny?
campaign for Destiny 2 is multiplayer.
Huh.
This is awesome. I love that.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming your way. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Mountain Shootout. We're ready to go. Off to the first hole.
Okay, can I make something happen?
Frank, were you the kind of player who actually might have been worried if you didn't have first tee jitters?
Definitely. You didn't have the energy if that was the case, but it's about turning that energy into some sort of positive form. Make nice full swings, pick some good targets, and of course, you never know what's going to happen.
Oh no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Well, that one
Not
didn't
bad,
work
just
out.
talking.
Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
Thank you.
I mean, this skill And that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position.
Woo! That was close.
Been a little too much of that, Frank. Just sort of hold on
9
bars.
under? Jesus.
On to the second hole, 171 yards, tricky little par 3. So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
On the way.
Oh my God, I made it.
Good job.
Do that, Frank. What a putt.
I don't go that far on a holiday.
I started off so good.
Well, Frank, as we get to the third hole here at par 5, it feels to me like you need to be at a minimum 1 under through the first 3 holes, or you're losing ground
and
in the field.
ended up 9
You're exactly
over
right. Chance
par.
here for birdie or eagle too. This is one of those
Wow.
holes you can
Yeah,
just
that's
wind
nice.
it up and let it fly.
And now 2 under was
and
through
you'll
about
certainly
7
get a good
or 8
reward
holes.
with a big tee shot.
Oh, there it goes.
Frank, there's fairway, there's rough, and then there's mulch.
Yeah, the worst thing about the mulch is all these little chips around the ball, and that's so the ball doesn't sit up. And once again, this shot might look easy, but if you just miss it a bit, it so exaggerates the outcome.
And that one rolls just into the rough.
Now you have to decide whether or not that ball's going to fly or not.
In the bunker, still with a chance for an up and down. Well, bunker play is really about technique and feel. The 2 greatest ever are probably Gary Player and Seve Ballesteros. Seve actually was so good, he was so skilled, that he could open up a 3-iron. That's right, a 3-iron on a short bunker shot from a green side
Oh my
bunker
God!
and flash it to a couple of feet as if he had just used a 60-degree sandwich. Amazing.
You
My
heard
dad
that?
can hear
Not
you
much to
through my
this. The
headphones.
only
Yeah.
issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Even par early on.
Oh, that stinks. I thought it was a gimme.
And we pick up action at the 4th. Early in the round and playing reasonably well. Nothing great, but has certainly not given a whole lot away.
Yeah, and actually a good position to really springboard the round from here. This looks like it's going to find the target.
So a chance.
You know what's funny about this game?
Another solid approach shot.
That I always
sneaky
know when
distance.
something's about to happen. Like, they always cue you with some kind of audio thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you're exploring the thing, you go, watch out. Who knows
does
what could
that
be
not go in?
lurking down here? That's an obvious implication that
this
you're about
one.
to fight
This is
something
for
in the
par.
next 2 seconds. And, like, all stupid stuff like that. Like, they always make it obvious. No surprises here.
Drops it, and he's at even par. Well, again, Frank, we get that good mix of holes here. We've had a couple of par 3s, a short par 5, and that opening par 4. Now at the
Gotta
5th
make
hole,
these enemies harder to kill, man.
424-yard par 4.
The first bunker on the right, not really in play for the good players. Just be a little cognizant of that one on the left side. Depending on what club you want to hit off the tee. Ideally, that line is the 3rd bunker, the one in the distance. That's a good line off the tee here.
Unbelievable.
Frank, this is where the mental game really comes into play. You've hit a 2nd consecutive shot into the rough.
This could compound very,
Well,
very
that's probably
quickly.
him.
So now's the chance to just take a little breath, take a breather, and try to make sure this shot certainly gets out. Well, from in trouble, Rich, at least he's back in play.
On the fairway from the rough.
Well, Rich, it's been a disaster until this point, but there's an escape clause. If he can make bogey from here, that'll be something to be proud of.
Will feel actually pretty good. Sometimes you see players walk off the hole with a little bounce in their step, even after a bogey, because they've had to work hard for it.
Yeah.
Well, this one's tracking.
Oh, that for a bogey. Look at that.
Normally you'd be happy to take two from there. What's one going to feel like? Great putt.
Frank, the 6th here at Banff Springs, a good little hole, isn't it?
It is very tempting, very easy to sort of just stand up there and wail away with the driver and get caught. This is a generous fairway. You could hit any club down there and you're not going to have a problem with the second shot. So it's just trying to find a yardage that you're comfortable with.
I was talking to
Nothing
Bill
to argue about
yesterday
there, right in the
He was
fairway.
talking to Bill yesterday.
Now the approach to the par 4 6th.
A nice
And-
layup off the tee. You can virtually hit this shot with
He
your
said
eyes
he's good
closed.
with any
The
date,
yardage isn't going to
so
change.
you
Doesn't
can do
matter what
August
you put in
12th or
front. So
September
just
2nd.
dial it in on that
He
yardage.
said he's good with any date. Okay, so you
Chance
should
for
how much
birdie
he was
after that
listening.
beautiful shot.
Bill's good for any
It's
date.
a long way to the hole from here. Never easy.
Yeah. Did you hear
can see
anything
why
she
this
just said?
player has been compared to a
Something,
young
something,
Rory
something.
MclRoy. Featured golfer,
Oh,
making birdie,
crap.
and now
I have
sitting
to repeat it.
comfortably
So did
inside
she
that
say
cup
She
line.
said, "Are
Well, Frank, how about this hole?
She said, "Are you
602
coming to my
yards, a par
graduation
five, although
in
I guess I shouldn't be
When
that
is it?
surprised. 602 yards
June
these days for a
19th.
long hitter.
7
it's a
p.m.
driving
at the
seven?
That's a
church?"
mid-range par 5.
Well,
what
yeah, 2 woods.
day is it?
The longer hitters will definitely get at home,
June 19th.
especially in good conditions. But
Friday?
bunker down the left, avoid that,
Yeah,
carry
it's a-
that.
no,
and
no,
then
it's a
we can
Tuesday.
think about the second shot.
That's an odd
The
day.
Tuesday
but
at 7. Yeah, I know.
probably nothing going on Tuesday, so yeah. I should-
Remember, Mom, we had this last year. The reception. We were Antoinette.
So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Whatever
Yeah,
it
didn't take the
was,
bite.
you remember.
At least now, he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot.
So, yeah, she
Still
wants
got
to know
a
if
good
you're
chance,
gonna
though,
come.
getting away with par.
Yeah, I'll go.
Oh, God. Yeah, don't mention
Well,
that.
this
I
one
have
should
to-
be
I have to
safely
make a
on deck
speech.
here.
Don't.
Generate
But
some momentum
it's gonna
here
be
at the
funny
7th hole.
because
This
I'm
for
gonna
birdie.
look at my speech and I'm gonna look out, and if you're there, I'm gonna see you holding your camera.
Chance for back-to-back.
I'm gonna be like, oh God. Well, everyone's going to, whether they want you to or not.
This can be a
Man,
cool
that was
game at
hooking more than I
times.
thought it was
Frank,
gonna.
that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Still even par for the day.
No.
Now to hole number 8. It's another par 3 with some water.
Yeah,
Frank, only
graduation.
150
Wow.
yards.
Graduation
This is the
and a
shortest hole on the
graduation.
golf
Who
course.
knew?
But distance control is still very important here. If you can get the right distance, you could perhaps aim 10 or 15 feet left of the flag. You're only going to have a 10 or 15-foot putt. So just think of that. Water on the right there. Maybe just aim a little further to the left. You can still make birdie.
Yes.
Ooh, what a shot right there. Beautifully done.
Let me put that on my phone too. June 19th.
Yep. 7 p.m.
Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole.
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. When that flag's on the right, it's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag.
What was I gonna do? Oh yeah.
No. Not tomorrow. I have to be here at 6.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Frank, not where he wants to be, but not out of the hole here at the par 5.
No, but Rich, to drop a shot here would really set him backwards.
Oh, come on.
Good shot right there. Settles in over
It
the
hit
putt.
the flag.
Good effort, good par putt. Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back 9, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Not missing by much today, but enough to again be in the bunker. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
They're mocking you, Wes. Yep. God, can I hit a single shot?
What?
I can't hit a single shot. There we go. God, no. This would be a lot of fun if we all played it.
Frank, that reminds you of maybe what, the greatest bunker player of all time? This from about 10 feet.
Well, there's
Nice
4
par.
weeks,
Who
so
remained
yeah,
one
probably.
Out of the 11th hole, it's a par 4, 417
Do you know why they did that,
yards.
Wes?
Frank, what's the key
Yeah,
here?
you probably don't. But
A nice little draw down that left side would be the ideal tee shot.
okay.
The carry on the
Oh my
2
God,
little
why
bunkers
is it
down the
going-
left side really isn't overly long, but that's the desired entry into this green.
So the shot has landed, I'm not sure if it's on the mulch or in the mulch. Either way, it's in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, he doesn't have much of a shot you left.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no
Really
doubt.
one tree
Yeah,
in the
swing
middle of
didn't
the
quite look
fairway,
right
and
on that one.
That's what I'm behind right now.
Well, in the
my
sand,
God.
but it has been
Oh, I'm
nice
not
one
really
tree.
behind it, I
for
guess.
something positive.
I still somehow get a par out of this, maybe.
Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round.
Yes.
1 under on the day. Frank, what are we looking at here at the par 4 12, 442 yards?
Players are really focused on that bunker down the left side. That's the one that has to be either laid up, which would be 286 yards off the tee, or sort of worked off. This could very well be a 3-wood off the tee. Just hit it straight at that left bunker.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. So the second of the par 4
Aim it right
goes
then.
begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does
the
it
whole
here.
storyline of this is
Well,
very...
that's a smart shot. A lot of people would have tried to be a little more heroic from there, but there was
Have
no
you done the
need.
campaign for World
Back
War
on the
II yet?
fairway, back in play.
Do you ever plan to?
No
Yeah,
putter,
eventually.
no problem. Slams that into the cup.
When are you gonna do it?
Well, Frank,
2020?
here's another pretty long par 3, the 13th here at Banff Springs, 225 yards. What's the right play?
Well, unless they have that flag all the way in the back, that first 2/3 of the green is just like a nice big circle. You hit it anywhere on that, you can have a putt of some 20, 25 feet maximum.
There it goes again.
Second shot.
Well, the stats say that is a
that's
green
great.
hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up.
Yeah, that elevator doesn't look safe.
Oh my God.
That is a painful miss right there. And a bogey. Drop shot here at the 13th. Getting set now over the putt. You've got to be kidding me. That was right on the edge.
I tell you, he wants a do-over there.
Just a tap in to finish the hole.
Just want to finish
So
one
with that,
tournament
you want
under
over
par. Jeez, that's too much to ask for.
On to the 14th hole now. It's a par 4, 442 yards.
Sounds
and what's
like
the
it.
right way to attack here, Frank?
Two choices. Try and squeeze it down the right side, just short of those big bunkers on that right. Either that or carry the bunker complex on the left. A little awkward.
Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Frank, this is a place where you can really sort of commune with nature. It's absolutely spectacular out here, isn't it?
I've forgotten how pretty it is. Canada, no disrespect, but, you know, elk, some of the wildlife. And golf course is just beautiful, too. The view, I mean, it's very easy to get distracted. I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Well, you could see he's just disgusted with that effort. This would give him a bogey. In for bogey, now sitting at 2 over for the round. And Frank, ahead on the green, you could have a really crazy putt if you're not careful.
This is probably the most undulating green on the golf course, so you do not want to be going in with too flat a second shot.
Be a
Why
little
is it
disappointed
always
with that
bouncing
because
in?
it lands in the rough and it
never get a
appears to be
bounce
fairly
out.
thick over there. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Frank, this one's going too far left, it looks like.
Yeah, it was fine there for a little while, but if it keeps going left, it's doomed.
Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
Oh dear, Wes.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Not a
That's
gimme,
not good.
but well within his
The
range.
game wants me to use a sniper rifle.
Oh,
If
man.
the game knew what it was
just
doing,
pushed it.
know
Boy, that hurts.
that
And
me
getting
and
ready
sniper
for the
rifle
putt.
are not friends.
Time to regroup. That's a double bogey.
There's only one game I'm good at sniper rifles, and that's computer games.
Frank, the 16th hole, 414 yards, par 4, is nicknamed GOAT. Would that be greatest
God,
of
the
all
recoil
time, or
on
is it
this
just
thing.
because the possibility you could see old Billy out there here in the Canadian Rockies?
I'd like to think it's the greatest of all time. I've never seen a goat hit a draw, that's why, and that's what's needed off this tee once again. The first bunkie should easily be able to carry that, and, well, if you're the greatest of all time, this is a fairway, you'll certainly hit.
Good looking shot right here. Well, that's how you do it. Hit it close, take the pressure off that putt. That one should be no problem. step in the right direction, makes the putt, and makes the move to 3 over. Just 2 holes left here at Banff Springs, and Frank, another par 4. This one short, 374 yards.
It is. It's named Sarsi, which is a tribute to the Indian tribes here in the First Nations of Canada. So just think about that when you're teeing it off here on what is not an overly difficult par 4.
Second shot now from 100 yards. On the green, looking at a birdie opportunity. This is a pretty long putt here. You'd be happy to get this to within 2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt.
Oh,
just
God.
slides by.
So close.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
Close.
For the par.
You were close, Wes?
Well, not in contention, but in for par.
I put some cross back into a race.
Here we are at the 18th at Banff Springs, 578-yard par 5. Frank, did you like to finish a round with a par 5?
Certainly if I could birdie it, that's for sure. And there's a good chance here at 18 you can, but there's bunkers galore. They're all in play for various standards of play. But the reward is if you can pop one down the middle of the fairway there, and then you reduce this par 5 to simply a drive and an iron.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway.
Oh God, I'm almost
now
out of
from a
ammo.
good position in the fairway, his second shot.
I'm out. Crap, okay.
Better get a birdie out of this.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Oh, God.
Frank in a bit of trouble here at the par 5, missing the green on that third shot.
You're just battling to make par.
Insane,
This is going to be
Wes.
difficult.
Solid play, heart of the green. This one just requires a little bit of focus. So finishes the day with a 74. Second round coverage coming your way tomorrow. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. So long for now.
Second round, and then I'll see.
This is EA Sports. PGA Tour coverage coming up next. It's second round coverage of the Mountain Shootout. We're off and running here, and let's take you down to the action at hole number 1. Coming off a disappointing first round, he really needs to get off to a fast start here if he wants to have any shot of winning out here, Frank.
Got the measurement out there, Rich. Looks like 290 yards.
Wes, you know what I need?
That one is bunker bound, it
A
looks
day
like.
off.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah,
I haven't
didn't
had
quite look
one
right
in
on that
6 days,
An
Wes.
awkward
I
little
am
bunker shot. Just splash it
struggling.
out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Great shot coming out of that bunker right there.
Showing some skills today.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. And he makes it for par. Frank, how about the par 3 second hole?
The first of 5 par 3s the players will play today, Rich. This one's surrounded by bunkers, but certainly one of the shorter par 3s. So with a good tee shot here, you can imagine you could easily get a putt inside 10 to 15 feet for birdie.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green, making it look easy at this point. Another beautiful approach shot. Par yesterday, now for birdie. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
He's made it. So a par 4 to open, then a par 3, and now Frank here at the third, a par 5 at 528 yards.
And you get to see everything very early on in the round. Dogleg left first hole, par 3 second, and now a long dogleg right, par 5. With a good tee shot, though, you can definitely reach this hole in 2.
That was just a beautiful drive. He hit it solid and right in the middle.
Good job, Wes.
Second shot.
Kidding me. Every time I get a chance to get on the green at 2.
In the bunker. Great knees, great hands in this
Wes,
shot.
what's harder, this game or real golf?
You have to have that feel. You have something between the ball and the club face, so it's a different feel. But you also have to have imagination.
Well, that's how you play the game right
No
there.
way.
Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Trying to make yet another birdie.
Oh, I thought they'd at least pick up a shot. Birdie looked like a sitter. Now at par.
Getting set now over the putt.
Solid straight there. No sign of nerves on that.
Dun 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 dun.
Frank, when you play Banff, you get some of these wow moments where you stand on the tee.
Are you serious,
say,
Wes?
ooh, look at
This is one. Yeah, this is one of them, Rich. Yeah, the elevation change from
There's
tee to
a
green
laser
is
field,
quite
I'm not
dramatic.
even kidding.
Consequently, you're going to have to club down a little. At least 2 clubs shorter than what that yardage says on the card.
How do I do this?
in the thick stuff.
Thick. It's brutal out there.
Oh my
Rather
god!
rough.
I hit
Expect
one
the
and
ball to
murdered
jump
me.
forward a little bit.
This is insane. Wait, I just triggered it and I died, but that's okay, right? Because in theory, I just triggered
Not
it
enough
all.
on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
Looking to splash this
Right?
softly onto the green.
I don't know.
Yeah, I triggered most of them. Oh god, there's a lot more. So, there's gotta be a trick.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor.
They
Little
gotta be
redemption
missing
chance
something.
here. Had bogey
right?
yesterday.
Please tell me I'm missing something.
How many times can you go by the
But you
hole on
hate
the
to
edge?
miss from that
Oh
distance.
my god.
So a tester from 4 feet. Frank, how do you explain what we saw here?
It's a mess. It's probably the easiest way to put it. Just a case of anything that could go wrong. Not just probably, it did.
Well, again, Frank, we get that good mix of holes here. We've had a couple of par 3s, a short par 5, and that opening par 4. Now at the 5th hole, 424-yard par 4.
The first bunker on the right, not really in play.
Oh
for the
my
good players.
God.
Just be a little cognizant of that one on the left side, depending on what club you want to hit off the tee. Ideally, that line is the 3rd bunker, the one in the distance. That's a good line off the tee here.
Oh my god.
This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
About 25 feet from the cup. could use this. A putt for par. How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Frank, nothing really went the player's way this week.
Yeah, if this was motor racing, you'd say it's a case of having 4 flat tires.
Now at the 6th hole here at Banff Springs, it's a short par 4, only 373 yards, and the short par 4, Frank, all the rage in golf course architecture these days.
A lot more strategy involved when you've got a hole that you can nearly reach with a tee shot. It's how far back do you leave it, what sort of distance you want that second shot. All those things to compute. Straightforward, a little bit uphill. Basically, it's what you want for your second shot.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. And this one just seems to be moving a little left in the air.
Not too bad. No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. Will it last? A birdie.
Oh my God.
Well, Frank, how about this
That's
hole?
what this thing
602
does.
yards of par 5, although I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. It's 602 yards these days for a long hitter.
What do you say? It's a drive and a 7-iron?
That's a mid-range par 5.
Well, yeah, 2 woods. The longer hitters will definitely get at home there, especially in good conditions. But bunker down the left, avoid that, carry that, and then we can think about the second shot.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5. His second shot.
Oh, and it gets a good kick. It's only in the first cut.
Not too
That's
bad.
not too bad.
Frank, I like the way he sort of starts his swing a little bit on the outside and then drops it right on plane. And setting up here in the rough. This is a good-looking shot. Superb shot.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round.
Almost didn't make it. No worries making it. I was a little worried there.
Oh, yeah, he's made it
What
for
did you not
birdie.
almost make?
A short putt.
Now to hole number 8. It's another par 3 with some water, Frank. Only 150 yards.
I
This
would've
is the
missed
shortest
it,
hole in the
so.
golf course.
But distance control is still very important here. If you can get the right distance, you could perhaps aim 10 or
I'm
15 feet
looking
left
forward
of the
to my
flag. You're only going
field
to have a 10
tomorrow.
or 15-foot putt. So just
I'm
think of
gonna
that.
get to
Water on
miss
the right
5.
there.
I
Just
think
aim
it's
a
5
little further
classes.
to the left. You can still make birdie.
Yes,
Shoot,
field
you
trip.
just went to DC.
And at the end of the month, we take another retreat to Voorheesville.
These are the kind of putts that keep a round going.
Voorheesville.
About 10 feet away for par. These putts keep the round together.
It's, I couldn't tell you. But we go there. Well, this week
Eddie
is
has it.
Teacher Appreciation Week. But guess what? I have a question. Where's Student
Now, hole number 9,
Appreciation Week?
501 yards. It's a par 5.
Yeah, we finished with the third.
You know,
par 5 on the
where
front
do
nine.
all the kids get
You're just
appreciated,
going to come
huh?
through those
Nowhere.
shoot of marvelous trees that define this fairway. Just avoid the right side. Something down the left side is going to open up the second shot.
You let me know when
in
Student
the fairway.
Appreciation Week is, and then I'll be happy.
From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot.
Can I finally kill them all?
Frank, I think that's going to the bunker.
Looks like it.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Frank, out of the rough, best to swing a little bit easier or get after it with all you have?
Well, a little bit in between. Obviously, it's going to require a little bit of strength to make sure that club keeps going through, but it's still the planning of the shot. Once again, check short. Is there anything I have to carry? And even remember, there's always the option of just simply pitching the ball down the fairway and taking your medicine.
Just didn't read that one quite right. Settles in over the putt. Not a problem from there, right in the middle. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We are back on this beautiful day here at Banff
Why am I
Springs
not
in the
surprised?
Canadian
I'm
Rockies.
killing things
Set to
going
kick
on
off
there.
all the action on the back nine. The 10th begin with a par 3, Frank, 218
What?
yards.
And I have no idea why this is called Little Bow, because over 200 yards, you really have to bow up with this tee shot here. That's for
nice.
sure. Bending there, you need something that comes out of the gate very, very straight.
Thank you for
and,
sharing that
with a decent height on it as well. If you want to
And
land on
Wesley.
that left side of the green and make it stop.
Oh my God.
Pretty good effort right there. Now a 7-footer.
Like 3 missed birdie.
In for par.
3 missed birdie opportunities, Dad. Wesley's had 3 missed
Out of the
birdie
11th hole,
opportunities.
it's a par 4, 417 yards.
Birdie.
Frank, what's the key here?
A nice little draw down that left side would be the ideal tee shot. The carry on the 2 little bunkers down the left side really isn't overly long, but that's the desired entry into this green.
Frank, here at the 11th hole, second shot, another chance to make a birdie.
Certainly is. The only thing you're guarding against here with that second shot into 11 is just going long. Pretty generous green once again, because it
one
slopes
little
back
tree.
into the player's face. The ball's
One
not gonna
little
kick
tree.
forward.
Playing this par
Gotta
4,
be
still
kidding.
not
I think
on the
that's the
green
same
after that
tree that I
second
was
shot.
stuck
But still
behind
not
the
done.
last round.
A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Well, in the sand, but it has been raked nicely, looking for something positive.
Get in! Oh my God. Oh my God.
Frank, that reminds you of maybe what, the greatest bunker player of all time? Not a gimme, but well within his range. Been a little too much of that, Frank, just sort of ho-hum pars. Here at the 12th, par 4, 442 yards. Frank, what's ahead?
This one's called Big Bow. Hole's certainly a lot longer than the 10th hole, which is Little Bow. Dog legs to the player's right. A couple of bunkers down the left side. That first bunker on the left shouldn't be too much of a problem to carry. But once again, even though the hole bends to the right, you'd like to be down the opposite side of the fairway, which is the left.
All right, Frank, another chance to make something happen here at the 12th.
You could come in here a little low, try and skip it back towards the flag as it starts to narrow up to the back of the green. But anything a little underneath the flag, maybe slightly to the right of it, is going to be a better place to putt from.
Miss hit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot. Rich, I thought he could get this close.
That just is amazing. Just a mind blower right there. Absolutely incredible. He made the shot. 13th hole, par 3, 225 yards and heavily bunkered around that green, Frank.
It is, but that green gets narrower as the hole gets longer. Nothing wrong with hitting the ball sort of the middle part of the green here.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, hitting toward the rough.
And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
Oh my goodness, he just made that. I cannot believe it.
I was thinking he might get it close. And just a great shot.
Well, here we are at the 14th hole. It's a par 4, 442 yards. You like this hole, Frank?
I do, but if you were spraying it off the tee here, then there's all sorts of problems. Bunkers left, trees right. This is a fairway you must hit. That's fine.
Frank, this is just a pleasure to watch. A player hitting on all cylinders at the top of his game.
Notice it's just flowing too. There's not a lot of deep analysis going through his mind. Just one step in front of the other. If your swing's there, you don't have to find it. If your putting stroke's there, you don't have to find it. Just let it happen.
Good swing, good shot yet again. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
3 birdies in a row. Here he comes.
That has to feel good. That's a birdie.
True.
Frank, looking out here on the 15th hole, this looks like a spot where you could really crank one that you could tell your buddies about.
It's another hole that suits a player that hits the ball right to left. It's no surprise to see why Rory MclRoy plays well around here. Nice, big, high towering draw. It's going to go that extra yardage because of the elevation.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Safely aboard, about 25 feet from the hole. Different day, different hole. Made bogey yesterday. He'll do better this time, it looks like.
Slow down. Not that.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Getting set now over the putt. Continues to roll it very well all day long. Frank, the 16th hole, 414 yards, par 4, is nicknamed GOAT. Would that be greatest of all time, or is it just because the possibility you could see old Billy out there here in the Canadian Rockies?
I'd like to think it's the greatest of all time. I've never seen a GOAT hit a draw, that's why, and that's what's needed off this tee once again. The first bunkie should easily be able to carry that, and, well, if you're the greatest of all time, this is a fairway, you'll certainly hit.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try.
Get out of here. Oh my God! How close
edge,
can you
Frank.
be?
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Are you kidding me?
Nudge this one home. Finish it up.
Go watch the stream. You could see that.
Did the job right there.
Quick enough, maybe I can.
Rewind it like a minute or 2 and you'll see it.
Well, I don't think you can rewind. Well,
Frank, as we make our way to the
Yeah,
house,
you
a
can.
chance here at the 17th, just 374 yards, a chance for a birdie.
It certainly is. Anytime you see a hole today under 400 yards of par 4, that is, you know you're going to get a short on your iron. You know you're going to get a short iron in your hand if you hit a good tee shot. Just avoid the bunkers left and right off the tee. Green does slope back to front, so it pitches nicely towards you, making that second shot, if anything, a little easier.
It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
But you hate to miss from that distance. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Those keep the round going. Those par putts.
My dad just went, that was terrible.
Well, Frank, this
Which
sets up for an
part?
exciting finish here at
The
Banff.
one where you went-
578
lot.
yards,
Oh my
par
God.
5.
It's just about a bunker.
The one I told
for
you-
every
the one I
length
told
of
you to
tee shot
watch
here.
it?
So know exactly which one
No,
you
you
can
did the
carry
one where you just
and
went,
exactly which one you can't reach.
Oh, just now?
Yeah.
No fairway here. This one in that rough. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait, and at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie.
God, this is a long putt. Oh my God.
Frank, he might like this one. He might like.
Yes!
Oh, he's gonna love it, Frank.
Oh my God.
Did you finally get a good putt? Let's see.
He's gonna love
A long one. I don't know how.
How
'cause
far
that
was
was
that?
hard to read.
That was miles away. Well, early exit
This
for
looks
one
tough.
of what I thought Rich was going to be the favourite, but their week's over.
Numbers don't lie in this case,
Oh, wow.
in this sport, and now a
That
missed
was
cut.
nice, Wes. I don't know how. Yeah, well, sooner.
I missed the cut though, I think, because yeah, I got cut. I couldn't believe that though. I was plus what, 5 or 6 at
God,
one
you
point.
two are wackos.
I came back from. I actually was under par for that round. So, it's impressive. Go. Did you rewind it back to that other one yet?
No, it won't let me.
You should be able to drag that back.
I feel like sometimes it doesn't. Excuse me. I feel like sometimes it doesn't let you, like, if. I don't know. Like, it doesn't let you if it's live.
Mine does.
Some streams I can, some streams I can't. I don't know why. Oh my God, you can hear your whistling loud and clear, Dad. Listen.
I was gonna play Supercross, but it's too late to start in a whole event. It takes a while with the practice and just the well, actually, the loading alone takes a while.
No, yeah, the loading alone actually takes about an hour.
EA Sports and the PGA of America are proud to present opening round coverage of the PGA Championship. Major
Whistling
championships
Straits.
are where the world's best golfers rise to the occasion, trying to etch their names into the record books. Today, we will see which golfer grabs the spotlight here at the PGA Championship. It is the season's final major championship. We're at Whistling Straits, scenic golf course, playing host to all the action.
Oh, that's a great start.
This is
Way
taking off on
left.
a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
And this attempt will be from about 130 yards.
Oh,
Headed for the bunker,
look at
I
that.
think. So the
Still in
second
the
of the
rough.
par 4 goes begging.
God.
Now we'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, not quite enough on that one, Frank.
Very bad start.
Coming out of the rough, not surprising, considerably short.
Oh my God.
Frank, not close,
Come on.
but from that line,
Already.
not bad.
Oh, that's excellent.
At least
Seriously,
a
given the
bogey.
conditions, Rich. It's that sneaky distance.
Okay. Double bogey.
Ooh, inexcusable.
You can close your eyes for this hole.
Nope.
That's
I
not
am
Oh my
Frank,
God!
when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
Gotta be kidding me.
For
you don't want
double bogey.
Just stop it. I missed
far,
it.
3 over par.
No way. All right, for double bogey.
Frank, bold
Didn't it go over the
here
hole?
at Whistling Straits, and this second hole is for the bold, isn't it?
Well, even though it's just under 600 yards, it is reachable for the long hitters. Ideally, you want to hit it down the left side, because that way you can see the green. And there is bunkers left.
I swear that went over the hole.
Ooh, nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
I got
second
robbed.
shot.
Oh my God.
Hole in one, Russ.
Yeah, right.
Now his third, staring
Well, if
right at the green.
you can't hit shots that close, I'm sure you're never going to get home. Putts, no shots.
No!
Well,
So
that's how you play
close
the
to
game.
an eagle.
Right there. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. So with that, they're trying to fight back.
Oh my God.
Now at 2 over. Now the stunning 188-yard par 3 third here at Whistling Straits.
Yeah, the green angles to the left. You have to be careful because it's well protected by those huge bunkers and dunes on the left.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid.
Oh my God, look at this thing go. Are you kidding me?
Not terrible, but not his best.
Oh, that must have rolled
Outside
about
chance
18
really
miles.
for birdie, but really.
Oh my God, look at
rather
this
poor
green.
approach shot.
Are you kidding me?
Well, let's see it.
Oh my God, look how hilly this thing is. Wow, not even close.
Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
It's that
Yeah,
sort
the
of
stream
distance.
can
If it
vary.
goes in, it's a bonus.
Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet.
Look at it roll away from the hole.
Oh my God, that was
That's all he wanted
close.
to do there.
Yeah, it's touch. And when you think from that distance, chances of making are almost none. So to guarantee a 2-putt, well done.
So with that, 3 over par now for the round. So off the par 3 third, now a beefy par 4, Frank.
And it's called Glory. And make 4 here, give yourself a self 5.
No troubles there. Right in the fairway here at the 4th.
How many holes are
Frank,
there?
what are we looking at here with
Never
this
mind,
approach
I'll
shot
just
to
leave
the
the
4th?
question.
Well, just like a lot of holes at Whistling Straits, with the water on the left, if you're going to err anyway, you err on the high side.
Oh, no.
I'm on the green.
Oh,
On the green. And a chance for
Feels like
birdie.
I'm on the 18th green right now, but
Frank, this is a cross-country putt. He'll have a go at it, though, for birdie. We'll see.
There's no backing down here. This is going to go up and down and all over the place, but a chance to go in.
wow.
what the heck? That didn't move
Well, that
at
would have
all.
been a bonus had it gone in, but still,
I thought
reasonable
for sure
chance
that
for
was
par
more.
here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're
Wow.
not going to birdie every hole.
Frank, you can see by the reaction, it has been that kind of week. Just a few too many pars. Frank, you've played
Well,
all
don't
over
hit
the
me in
world.
the
How
water.
unique is this hole, the
Oh, I
fifth?
did that in a few,
I've never really
few,
seen anything quite like this.
tournaments ago.
On one hand, it's an
I hit
extremely
in the
long
water
par
about 5
5, but then on
times.
the other
It
hand,
was
you
bad.
have all these options that are available.
every single hole seemed to have water. I was like, are you kidding me?
This could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Wait, where's the stream at?
Good
right
tee
now?
shot, right in the short grass. Second shot coming up here at the par 5. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie.
Well, you know what the thing is? So, you know, like double, single, double, triple, quadruple. This one for 5.
And rolls it in. Nice
Can
spot.
people?
Good question.
Ready to hit the
Yahtzee?
tee shot here at the 6th. Frank, where are you looking to land the ball off the tee here?
Well, Rich, finally a par 4 that's not overly long. There's a little bunker
That's what
down the
5
left. That's
strikes
about
is
250
called
yards.
Yahtzee.
Shouldn't have a problem carrying that, but it's the next 2, just up ahead around the 330 mark. Just keep it a little short of that.
Isn't
short
a
iron
turkey
in.
3 strike?
With these downhill shots, really the
Yeah.
key is always balance.
Well,
and
you
maybe
get
you want to
those all
take
the
a
time.
little bit of a wider setup, and then club selection obviously is important.
Don't
Maybe
you
take
ask.
a little less
You
club
need Yahtzee
and
time
just
too.
try not to overswing.
Is this thing going to stop rolling
Playing
down the
this
hill?
par
Okay.
4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done.
Oh, no.
They're
That's
really
a
Good
good.
third shot.
Disaster.
Maybe get away here with par.
Hi,
Get in the cup.
everyone.
Get in! Get! Oh, son of a...
Cow.
And from the rough, he manages to not only make the green, but get within easy striking distance of the hole. These putts keep the round together. Needs birdies at some point, but will take the par to stay at 2 over.
I had that, what, one
On the 7th tee
triple
now,
bogey
and
or
a
something
tricky
I had?
221-yard par 3.
If you have a look at the way in which Pete Dye has designed
Is that
this
what I had
hole,
on the
you can
first
see
hole?
that the green shapes away to the right. So if you can bring the ball in from the left, it's certainly desirable.
And to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
Oh, my God.
Wow, that was so close, Frank.
I can't catch a break.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
So a tester from 4 feet. Drops for a par. Frank, just tons of bunkers on the right. You hope the wind is in your favor.
Yeah, and sadly, your mind just about picks up on each and every one of them.
Yeah.
Frank, when we stop staring at Lake Michigan in the background, what should we be focusing on this shot?
Well, somehow
Alright,
you've got to
I'm
thread
gonna
a
watch
long
this
iron
whole
between the
lesson, and
bunkers
that's
on the
gonna be
left
it.
and the bunkers on the right onto a very, very narrow green.
On the
Do I
green,
tee off on it yet?
looking at a birdie opportunity.
Yeah, you should.
Birdie chance
That's
here.
a
Very
3.
long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. 2 over for the day.
Par. I can't gain anything. Oh, I want that other hole back.
Frank, what
but I
about
have
this
a
downhill
triple
shot off
bogey
the
on.
tee and the idea that
I
you
should
just
be
want to sort of
-1
let
right
that
now if
ball
I didn't
run
have
toward
that.
the green down the hill?
Well, Pete Dye just gives you so many different looks throughout the front 9 of Whistling Straits, and this really is the
Good
first
job, mate.
example of this, plus the swirling winds that are created by that sort of tree in the mounting on the right of this green.
That
Quite
is it
spectacular.
for me.
Frank, this ball's in the
right.
rough. You like to hinge just a little bit quicker
Adios.
on the takeaway when the ball is down like this?
No, when it's down,
Ciao.
you've just got to make sure that you wind up almost like you're hitting a tee shot. This is not one to be dallied with. You've got to hit it powerfully, and you really have to focus on that club getting through the grass, past the ball, and out the other side. Oh, and it gets a good kick. It's only in the first cut.
Too
That's
bad.
not too bad.
Frank, I like the way he sort of starts his swing a little bit on the outside and then drops it right on plane.
Oh my God.
Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Not a gimme, but well within his range. That is another bogey. It's getting messy, Frank.
Ouch.
Well, the best players have landed here in the middle of the country, and really in another world. There is no golf course quite like Whistling Straits. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. And Frank, let's get it started here with the 10th hole.
Not very long at 391 yards. Some of the longer hitters can actually get very close to this green. But if you want to do that, you've got to flash it down the left side. That's a little dicey.
Headed for the bunker? Just a bit
One
offline.
little bunker, and
into
there
the
I
bunker.
am.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
And it is not looking like a good lie. Not in the fairway, but not too bad. Just in that first cut.
Rich, that was some shot out of the rough. I
How
really
did I
didn't think he
hit the
could even
pole?
get that on the green.
Well, just to get it on the green, as you say, I think is a big win. So not his best work. He'll walk away with a bogey. Well, Frank, the 11th here at Whistling Straits is a monster par 5. They call it sandbox, but it is not exactly child's play, is it?
No, I can't
wouldn't
actually
mess
count
that
the
is.
number of bunkers on this hole. Plus, it's a dogleg to the right. 645 yards. I don't care whichever way you cut it down. That's going to be 3 good shots. Forces you to hit driver off this tee.
So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. This is a cross-country special. Just misses. You like that right there, Frank?
Beautiful lag putt. Great pace.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Rough day so far. 4 over par on the round. Back to the action here at the 12th. It is a par 3, and Frank, a little bit of a breather, at least in terms of yardage.
Well, that's about it, because this green is one of the most undulating on the golf course. I doubt there's a flat spot on this green.
Hoping to get this up and down here, Frank, at the par 3 after missing the green.
Yeah, it's not all bad.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Oh, what an incredible shot. Frank, the short par 3 12th, what are you looking to do?
Well, you think it's a snag. Green straight in front of you, points a little bit to the right, but just getting it and keeping it on the green, it takes some doing.
Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. Well, we've got about 135 yards left. Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, just seemed to baby it.
Frank, in golf, as we know, there's short grass and there's long grass. We all want to be in that short grass, but it doesn't always work out that way. So What's the most important element from the shot, from the rough?
You have to be a little bit more conservative first and foremost, because you can't guarantee a perfect strike out of the long grass. So therefore you have to look around the greens, maybe short, to the right, to the left, and realize what's involved. And also just give yourself a slightly bigger target.
So that's a drop shot. Now the par 4 14th, and Frank, this is not about brute strength, is it?
A bit of a head scratcher here. When you first look at it, you think you just pull out the driver, but it narrows up in the driving area. So really it's a layup off the tee, just a short iron in from there.
Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. He'll need to be strong with this. Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. He's made it. Frank, any major championship gives you a good mix of holes. We've had some long ones, and now this one just under 400 yards.
But it will punish you if you're offline. There's trouble left and the mounds and the bunkers on the right. So ideally, it's positional tee shot. Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. Rough. Second shot. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Rich, you know, after you've already made one mistake in the rough, there's a chance he's going to make another.
Just trying to get it back out into the fairway and not make a big number. Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap. Well, not quite enough on that one, Frank.
Yeah, coming out of the rough, not surprising. Considerably short.
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
That is a tremendous shot right there. Touch and nerve, had it all.
I did that
and he
for a
has the
bogey.
bottom of the barrel.
Really?
Getting set to take on the finishing holes here at Whistling Straits. How do you close this out on the right foot, Frank?
Well, this is the shortest of the 4 par 5s at 568 yards. There's a big crop of bunkers down the right side. Just a driver off those is certainly going to make this par 5 reachable.
Not on the fairway here. This could be a tough shot coming up next. Look out left.
And there's rough over there.
110 to the flagstick. Frank, safe to say he is not having his best day out here today. What kind of advice do you give a player who's struggling?
Well, you just almost got to forget what's happened. I know that's easier said than done. Just start a clean slate. Just hit a good shot. Just find a fairway. Don't try and get too specific. There's enough out there. The greens are big enough. Just find a piece of green. Find a piece of fairway. Maybe knock a couple of putts in. And then let it add up in your direction. I mean, this skill. And that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Well, too bad. He gives one back.
They give one back since 18 tournaments.
The 17th now at Whistling Straits. And if you have a club that travels 250 yards on a good line, bust it out now.
That's what you're going to need, Dan, and you're going to need to hit that smack bang out of the middle of the club and leave nothing behind. Oh, that's off the beaten track. That's got 5 minutes to find it.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
That's not even going to get up. I know that for a fact. so. I'm not going to be able to get that up.
Frank.
There's no way.
Yeah, green light special, really.
There's
Come
no
up
way it's
considerably short.
Frank, you always talk about it not
There's
compounding
no way I'm
the
gonna get
error,
that
but
up.
here again, another shot from the rough.
Yeah, if you try again.
That's
Always
the
tough
best
to get a
wedge
decent
you can
flight
give me.
out of the rough.
Where's one that
see
gets
that ball
lost?
was never
I
soaring
can't
out of
do
that line.
anything with that.
Once you hit double
This is a
par, it
waste.
is time to just pick up and move on. Count that as a triple bogey. Ouch.
How you
Frank,
supposed
quite
to get
a
height
finishing
on that
hole,
ball?
and
A wedge
that's
is
as
supposed
it
to give
should
you
be.
height.
This is, after all, a major championship.
Well, you can see why Bubba Watson, Martin Keimer, Dustin Johnson played well here. This finishing hole requires the long hitter's best tee shot, preferably just a little down the right side, because that's the safer side to be. It's fairway out there.
Yeah, he's been in the rough all day long. Frank, this ball's in the rough. Anything you change in your technique when a ball's sitting down a little bit?
Yeah, you put the ball back a little bit further in your stance because you're going to get a bit of grass between the ball and the club face. So you have to allow for that and keep that club moving. That grass is going to be that grass is going to create a certain amount of resistance.
Frank, it's really hard to believe that we are in Wisconsin because it looks like an old seaside links course from Scotland or Ireland.
Well, Pete Dye spent a lot of time in Scotland in the early 1960s, and that's really where he learned his architecture from. So a lot of those features he's incorporated in Whistling Straits.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live first-round coverage of the Charity Invitational.
Great start.
Yeah, this is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough.
Hitting me, man.
Not the best shot, this one in the rough, but still will have a play from there. Frank, what's the best way to get at the golf ball when it's sitting down just a bit in the rough?
You have to accept the fact, first and foremost, that you're not going to get clean contact. So you have to decide whether the ball's going to come out short or it's going to fly.
Barely fits the ball.
Because very rarely will it come out the normal distance of what you hit on the fairway. So if it's a little thin and wispy, chances are it might fly. If it's nestled down, you're going to have to take at least another club.
Great shot coming out of that bunker right there.
Showing some skills today.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Well, not in contention, but in for par. Frank, another great example of links golf. It's not a particularly long hole, but there is trouble if you hit it offline.
Yeah, there's a bunker down there at about 280 yards.
Are you
that has
serious?
To be avoided. Only the long hitters or perhaps the wind behind your back is the reason to take that bunker on.
How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck. This has no chance of finding the fairway. This is turning left.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Putting all of his talents on display here from the rough, and he knocks it really close. Beautiful shot. So just getting started, even par so far. Back to the tee box here on hole number 3, and there are a few club selection decisions that come into play on this first shot, Frank.
There is. The reason why, there's a burn that cuts through from the 16th hole all the way across the golf course through the middle of the third. And that stops, or should I say starts, at about 285 yards. That really has to be at the forefront of your mind.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time that one gets him in the top 10.
And we pick up action at the 4th. As we catch up with today's featured golfer, Frank, what's the key to generating some momentum?
Just hitting good shots. I know it sort of sounds like the old cliche, but plenty of opportunities. A few 10, 15-foot putts start going down. This round will change dramatically. Oh, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Frank, this one's going too far left, it looks like.
Yeah, it was fine there for a little while, but if it keeps going left, it's doomed.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Get down. Lay down. Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
Oh man, way really.
Pretty good shot right there.
Right on the end, skip it off.
Getting set now over the putt. Stays at 1 under with that par. Now to the par 3 fifth. Frank, what are you trying to do here?
Really, anything on this green is going to give you a birdie putt. So allow for the bounce and roll. Just avoid those 3 bunkers on the left and that short one right.
On. Why is it?
Frank made this hole just a little bit harder, hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
Well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up. Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. So with that, the score is now at even par. All right, Frank, how about the 6th hole, long par 5?
Yeah, 3 bunkers off the tee. Avoid those. But if you hit a good one, certainly reachable.
Oh, my God. How'd that go straight? What? How if I went way right with the analog stick and went straight, but I hardly ever go left, and the thing just shoots 90 miles
from
left.
An excellent lie.
Look at
Frank, this one is veering
the other one
far
was
to the
worse
left.
than that.
And it is not looking like a good lie.
That other one was way worse than that right. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Playing a par 5, Frank, what happened on that third shot?
Yeah, it's a poor decision, but well, hopefully he can eradicate that from the memory banks and really knuckle down on this. Do not want to drop a shot or make 6 here. Rich, that was some shot out of the rough. I really didn't think he could even get that on the green.
Well, just to get it on the green, as you say, I think is a big win. That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. Ball's teed up, ready to fly here at the 7th.
Yeah, it's a slight elevated tee, so you see all the problems in front of you. A couple of bunkers down the left, 2 down the right, but it's links golf, so you know where you got to go. That's in between.
Dude. There's no way I can be going that left every
shot,
time.
missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough.
Remember, out of the rough.
There's
Expect
no
the
way.
ball to jump forward a little bit.
Well, that's why on this golf course, Frank, there is a premium on hitting fairways.
You're exactly right. Might be also protecting against a fly, but that did anything other than fly. Well, he's taken the right side out of play, Rich. It looks a little left.
Coming out of the rough, not able to control it the way he wants. Locked in on the read and the speed. Oh, I thought he had that.
That was a good run at it, Rich. Even par currently.
Oh my God. Come on.
Oh, that really hurts, Frank. Missing the
Stupid.
bogey putt.
Yeah, now time to get the handkerchief. Double bogey coming up.
So, 2 over par for the round. Frank, the 8th hole, it is one of the most famous in the world, the little postage stamp par 3.
Yeah, the front part of the screen's the widest, Rich. Then it starts to narrow up, so you never know. Maybe going a little lower if you're going to go towards the back of the green. But really, if you're going to err, you want to err on that first half of the screen.
Yeah, you don't want to come in too hot and roll it off the back. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. Frank, here we go again. Another shot from the rough.
Yeah, let's see if he learned his lesson.
In the thick stuff.
Thick? It's brittle out there. Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Time to just pick up and move on to the next hole. Frank, the 9th hole, 423 yards, not especially long by today's standards. You looking to make birdie here, or you happy to make a par and move on to the back 9?
Well, there's certainly a chance for birdie. One of the hardest things about the 9th is the raised green. And it's sort of, there's 2 tiers here, just the top level. If that pin is on the top level, then you would certainly walk away with 4 very happily.
This is the second shot at the par 4.
This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Frank, that was a pretty tough lie out of the rough there.
Yeah, it made that actually a little easier than what it really is. It would have been too easy to try and bite off more than you can chew. So I've got to give him a pat on the back for that.
Back in the fairway. Played very poorly on the front, but still a chance to get it back here on the back 9.
Yeah, this is where you just simply have to eradicate what's been. You know, golf is that game of keep doing what's in front of you. Keep moving one step at a time.
They'll be pretty happy with that 290-yard poke off the tee. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Well, how do you like that? He's holding. Just a phenomenal play right there. Frank, please tell me that I'm not supposed to aim at the gorse on the left side here at 11.
Oh, yes, you do, Rich. But you better keep that ball in the air, and it better stay in the air for a long time. That's the line to the fairway. This is a long par 4.
Good lie in the fairway. Good chance to make something happen here. Frank, the Open Championship will be played at Royal Troon in 2016. It was first played back in 1923. What was first prize then?
A mere 75 pounds, so that equates to about $150 US. And just to give you an idea, the last time they played there, Rich, was back in 2004 when Todd Hamilton beat Ernie Els. He got a whopping 720,000 pounds. That's right, nearly $1.5 million.
The money's nice, but every player would tell you, Frank, it is still all about that claret jug.
It is, and that's actually suited the Americans because since 1962, they've been to Troon 6 times, and 6 times the victor has been American.
Back here on the bonny shores of Scotland at Royal Troon Golf Club with just a wee breeze, as they say over here, Frank. On the tee at the 12th.
Yeah, a hole that bends to the right, gorse right and left. There's a bit of a mound and rough down the right side. That has to be avoided.
Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait. And at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par.
That was a solid strike and a good result. Not a gimme, but well within his range. All right, hanging in. That's a par and 4 over. And now the tee shot here at the 472-yard par 4 13th.
A hole that bends to the right. Ideally hit it down the left side. And then you're playing to a raised 2-tiered green.
In the fairway here at the 13th. Now playing the second here at the par 4. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
Wow, what a shot. Doesn't even need the putter. Frank, on paper, 13 seems pretty straightforward, but it's not that simple, is it?
No, very stringent tee shot. Gorse right and left, plus a little sort of mound with some rough on down the right side. So really, you've got to hit the ball down, not just the fairway, but the left side of the fairway.
Terrific golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie. Frank, I don't recognize this guy right now.
Yeah, that ship was sinking, but it looks like he's a...
You get the sense now with that birdie that our young star, so explosive, is setting himself up for a big weekend run. Frank, now at the 15th, and how hard is this par 4?
The key really is to get the ball on the fairway here. Avoid those 3 bunkers, because this is one of the flattest greens on the golf course. Get the ball on the green here. Any putt's makeable. Yeah, that was a little over-ambitious.
He'll need to be strong with this.
Common thread here. Rough, rough, rough.
Wrong way again. Frankie's managed to hit it in the rough yet again.
Yeah, this is hard to imagine. You know, the fairways aren't that narrow today. Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there.
Well, Rich, it's been a disaster until this point, but there's an escape clause. If he can make bogey from here, that'll be something to be proud of.
Would feel actually pretty good. Sometimes you see players walk off a hole with a little bounce in their step, even after a bogey, because they've had to work hard for it.
3 over for the day.
Now the lone par 5 on the back nine, the 16th, and while you might be thinking birdie here, you may want to think again. What are the options off the tee, Frank?
Well, really, there's only one option, and that's keep it short of that burn, which is 280 yards. So that makes that 540 yards play that much longer. Rich, not only is that a good drive, that is a perfect lie. Look at the way in which that ball is sitting up.
That's the kind of lie that puts you in a really good mood. You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
This is a good-looking shot. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Locked in on the read and the speed. Starting to climb back at +2. +17th here at Royal Troon. This is a very strong par 3, isn't it, Frank?
Well, if rabbits have teeth, then this is why it's called rabbit. Very, very strong par 3. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. That shot does finish up on the green, but it sets up for a very difficult putt. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
These putts keep the round together. So, with that, 3 over par now for the round. Frank, at the 1989 Open Championship, Greg Norman was in great position in that playoff with Mark Calcavecchi, and I believe it was Wayne Grady. What happened to Norman?
Well, he started off tremendous in the playoff. The playoff was 1, 2, 17, and 18. He birdied the first and the second hole. Missed the 17th green just on the left. Took 3 from the edge, which allowed Calcavecchi and Wayne Grady back in. Then took driver up off 18. It bounced just 1 hop too far and found that bunker on the right side. And of course, the rest was history, and Mark Calcavecchi was crowned the Open champion.
And great white sharks so often so unlucky at major championships. Frank, that was a pretty good shot right there.
Yeah, he's done well to minimize the damage.
Been a little too much of that, Frank, just sort of ho-hum pars. Don't forget, second round coverage coming your way tomorrow here on EA Sports. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today it's live second round coverage of the Charity Invitational. Located in Troon, Scotland, founded in 1878, Royal Troon Golf Club playing host to the Open Championship 8 times and is slated to host its 9th major championship in 2016. I'm Rich Lerner for EA Sports. Alongside me today, my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. Frank, you've played in the Open Championship on a couple of occasions here at Royal Troon. It's a golf course that features some breathtaking scenery, and it can also serve up some breathtaking golf.
True links golf course, Rich. Relatively soft start can certainly lull you into that false sense of security, and then the golf course really starts to open up. That homeward 9, often coming back into a prevailing breeze, is very much a stern test.
Frank, I'm sure it feels good to get some red numbers on the card, but this tournament is probably too far out of reach at this point.
No question.
And ready to tee off here at the par 4, 391 yards second.
Yeah, it's not overly long. The biggest priority for the players is just avoiding the bunkers, all 11 of them, whether it be with your tee shot or the second hole. But at that modest length, it is very much a birdie hole.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Should be safely on deck.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance really for birdie, but really it was a rather poor approach shot.
That was not a very good read right there. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Good effort and good par putt. Frank, looking at the third, what are the sort of key decisions that you have to make?
There's 2 bunkers down the left. They're not really the issue. There's burn. That's about 285 yards. This is not a hole, really. You just take the driver out and swing away. Just something that stays up short of that's just going to leave you a short iron in.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark.
Birdie try up next. Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. This one has a good line. Oh, dude, that, what a putt. Here's the first par 5 on the golf course. It's the 4th hole. Frank, how good of a scoring opportunity is this?
Certainly one of the best opportunities on the front side. There's 3 bunkers, but really the one that you focus on is the one on the right. If you can carry that, that's certainly the one to take on, because that ball will kick a lot further down the fairway. And sometimes you can be left with just a mid-iron into this green.
How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
That'll be from about 90 yards away. Just a bit offline.
Yeah, the hard work's coming up now, though. It's a long way away.
This is a really long putt. Difficult birdie opportunity.
Well, I thought they'd at least pick up a shot. Birdie looked like a sitter. Now at par.
Shouldn't be a problem here. And takes care of business there.
Solid stroke.
On to the 5th hole now, Frank, and this is really where the old course starts to test the golfers. It's just over 200 yards. You happy with a par 3 here?
You are. This is one of the toughest shots, certainly on the outward 9. There's 4 bunkers of this par 3. You don't really worry about the one that's short left, but the one just on the front right of the green is the biggest concern. You've either got to go around it or carry it.
And he's made the green. Just a couple of feet. Has his par. Well, Frank, typically when you step up to a par 5, you're thinking birdie, maybe even eagle. But this is 601 yards, a behemoth. It's long, and you can get punished for a mistake here, can't you?
It used to be the longest par 5 on the Open Championship rotor. But remember, there's humps and hollows that can always be used in your advantage. To your advantage. If you aim it down the right side, the ball normally kicks back towards the middle of the fairway. So that's the side to be aiming on. You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. That's a bit offline in the rough.
Rich, with a lie like that in the rough, you're going to get too much grass between club face and ball. You're going to have to adjust for that and at least take a club or two more.
Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
Pretty good result right there, considering...
They look rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. Did the job right there. Frank, we're moving inland now to the 7th hole. It's a 405-yard par 4. What's ahead?
Little dogleg to the right. A couple of bunkers right on the corner of it. So once again, check the breeze and somehow find that fairway.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. He needs this for par. That's costly right there.
Painful.
Frank, it has been that kind of a tournament. Another bogey. Now the 8th hole, and if the wind permits, you can take some extra club, sort of get it up in the air and land it softly on the green. I guess the last thing you want is to come in hot and roll it off this postage stamp green.
Well, you really don't want that ball going right either. Those two bunkers down the right side of that, they're the deepest ones, and they must be avoided.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Headed for home and in. What a tremendous putt. Frank, how does the front nine finish up with this par 4?
Well, the par 4 ninth is called the Monk. It's not overly long, 423 yards, dogleg to the right. Just one bunker down the left to be avoided.
Well, that sets up well for a chance at the green here at the 9th. Second shot, good look at the green.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. That looked like a miss hit, Frank.
The lie was okay. It's a little surprising. Maybe wrong club. Oh, that was solid, Rich. This one's safely on.
These putts keep the round together. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts.
It went from bad to worse, and right now, horrible.
What do they say, Frank? Golf spelled backwards is
Flog.
flog. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Oh, without a doubt, that will be on the highlight reel later tonight. Excellent shot. Frank, you come to an Open Championship and you expect to hear the term gorse. You see it here on the 11th hole. If you do end up in the gorse, what can you possibly do to get out?
Well, anything you can. A lot of the times it's an unplayable lie, but if you remember back 2004, Ernie Els tried to play a ball when it was suspended about 3 feet off the ground and managed to flick it out of the sort of the thorny gorse.
On the green and looking at a birdie opportunity. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday, and he'd do it again today. This one has a chance, and he has it. Beautiful putt. Back here at the 12th, and this is a hole that heads back towards the water. You might not see your tee shot land over the ridge in the middle of the fairway here, Frank, so what's the best strategy?
Well, it's called the fox, and you have to be cunning like a fox here. This one has a slight bend to the right, and a little like the previous hole, this is another fairway that certainly requires your best tee shot.
Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Very nicely done, right on the dance floor. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Good, solid par right there. Frank, break down the par 4 13th for us.
Another par 4 that bends to the right. Lots of undulation on this fairway. This is the first of 6 straight holes that head in the direction of the clubhouse.
Good contact, good result. That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. This is the second shot at the par 4. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Looks like he just misread that. So a tester from 4 feet. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Heading for home now, Frank, the par 3 14th, just under 180 yards. What's the key here?
Well, it's rather narrow at the front there. There's 3 bunkers, but it's the second 2 that you really worry about that narrow the front of this green up. Plus, the front is slightly raised, so ideally you want it to fly it more towards the middle where it starts to widen up.
Frank, it's a hard game to play from the high grass.
And that's where he's been more often than not today. I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Frank, you can see by the reaction, it has been that kind of week, just a few too many pars. At the 15th, this par 4 is over 480 yards.
The key here really is the 3 bunkers, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. 260 yards gets you past that. If you find the fairway here, then you don't have to worry about the 3 bunkers that are short of this green.
Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. Second from an excellent lie. No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie.
It's at sneaky distance.
All right, good putt.
The rhythm of that stroke. Didn't try and bash it in the back.
Frank, here's the only par 5 on the back 9 at Royal Troon.
You'd think at 542 yards it would be reachable, but the burn that cuts across really limits the tee shot to about 280 yards. So it's very much about placing that second shot in a good distance for your third.
In the 1997 Open Championship here at Royal Troon, you played with Tiger Woods in the 3rd round. What did he do at this 16th hole?
He hit a driver for his second shot into a head breeze from about 270 yards. Managed to get it on the green, then knocked it in from about 45 feet for eagle.
You knew he was something special back then, didn't you?
Yeah, he was the only one that even tried that shot.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Little redemption chance here, had bogey yesterday. In for birdie. 17th here at Royal Troon. This is a very strong par 3, isn't it, Frank?
Well, if rabbits have teeth, then this is why it's called rabbit. Very, very strong par 3. That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Pretty good shot right there. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Finally, the 18th at Royal Troon. History, skill, nerves, bunkers, of course, and the clubhouse. Frank, they all come into play on this final hole.
Yeah, 3 bunkers down the left. It's not a case of hitting past those, it's avoiding them. And then if you avoid it too far to the right, there's one nicely placed about 300 yards off the tee that'll catch you there. So there's somehow you've got to craft a tee shot to miss all 4 of those bunkers.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Well, that's not the way you wanted to start out the backside here.
Yeah, you can't afford from inside 10 feet. You feel like you have to make those, and I mean, they really sting when they miss.
Good roll. Third round coverage comes your way tomorrow on EA Sports. For Frank Nobilo and our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Charity Invitational. Frank, through the years, there have been some great winners at the Open Championship played at Royal Troon.
Well, just in recent history, remember Mark Kalkovecchia in the playoff with Wayne Grady and Greg Norman. There was also Todd Hamilton when he beat Ernie Els in the 4-hole playoff. And back in 1996, Justin Leonard was to win his Open Championship.
Tom Watson also won an Open Championship here. Tom Weiskopf, his only major, that was 1973. The great Arnold Palmer, Bobby Locke, they all won at Royal Troon. So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough. 110 yards now for the second shot.
Well, he's taking the right side out of play, Rich. It looks a little left.
Coming out of the rough, not able to control it the way he wants. Trying to make yet another birdie. Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Nothing wrong with that par putt. And ready to tee off here at the par 4, 391 yards second.
Yeah, it's not overly long. The biggest priority for the players is just avoiding the bunkers. All 11 of them, whether it be with your tee shot or the second hole. But at that modest length, it is very much a birdie hole.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. So on the putting surface and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Well, that was a good looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
And getting ready for the putt. He's made it. Now at the third hole here at Royal Troon, and Frank, another sort of short par 4, just 379 yards.
Yeah, simplicity's the key here, Rich. You don't really want to hit the ball more than 280 yards. Reason why is there's a burn there. And then from there, still only a wedge into a green that has 2 tiers.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Pretty good shot. That ball settles in about 13 feet away.
You'd like to think unlucky for some, but birdie putt coming up. That might go unnoticed, Rich, but that birdie just sneak inside the top 15.
Hole number 4, Frank, can you cut the corner on the tee shot on this dog leg right par 5?
Well, Rich, you have to guarantee you can carry the ball at least 280 yards. That bunker that protects that side is the big problem if you go down the right.
No troubles there. Right in the fairway here at the 4th. Now the second shot to the par 5. Ready for his third shot. Needs to hit this close. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie.
Chance for back-to-back. A few more birdies like that. Rich, you never know. Just might sneak place on the podium.
In the top 10 right now. On to the 5th hole now, Frank, and this is really where the old course starts to test the golfers. It's just over 200 yards. You happy with a par 3 here?
You are. This is one of the toughest shots, certainly on the outward 9. Now, there's 4 bunkers of this par 3. You don't really worry about the one that's short left, but the one just on the front right of the green is the biggest concern. You've either got to go around it or carry it.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Looks like he just misread that. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Now to the 601-yard behemoth par 5 6th hole. You can pay the steep price here, Frank, for a mistake.
You can. You can't reach this green with your tee shot, so there's no reason to even try. A good drive, if it bounds down the right side and will eventually go left, would perhaps give you a chance to reach this par 5 and 2. But this is one tee shot to concentrate on.
Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Frank, just a beautiful day out there today, but there are some challenges.
Yeah, those tricky winds up there, you've really got to focus on exactly how strong it is and what direction, because it's very easy to make the mistake of hitting the wrong club out here. You make a mistake with the wrong club choice, even a good swing is not going to get rewarded. Safely on the dance floor.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Always love to hear the sound of the bottom of the cup. Moving inland now, Frank, the par 4 7th hole. Do you even think about carrying those bunkers on the right?
Not really, Rich. You're trying to work that ball off the left side, because if you get caught up on the hills there on the right, then all of a sudden you can start making 5s, 6s, and all sorts of weird and wonderful numbers.
That was just a beautiful drive, and hit it solid and right in the middle. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
We just saw a player in total control of what he's doing. Didn't miss a green in regulation all day long. Just 5 feet left.
One more birdie, and now tied for the lead.
And what happened here in 1973?
The old squire, Gene Sarazen himself, made an ace.
He was 71 years old playing his final Open.
This looks like it's going to find the target. I think if we stretch the tape, Rich, we might get to 29 feet.
Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Could use this. A putt for par. Par here's fine, isn't it, Frank? Frank, how does the front nine finish up with this par 4?
Well, the par 4 ninth is called the Monk. It's not overly long, 423 yards, dogleg to the right. Just one bunker down the left to be avoided.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
So, Frank, a perfect lie right here. And now this gives him a chance to take the next step, which is get after this hole location.
Yeah, so many more options now. And basically, it's just going to come down to club selection now. This is absolutely perfect. This is one where he can get a reward from.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Just a tap in to finish the hole.
That's a good par given the situation.
Still tight, still close. Getting set for the back nine here at Royal Troon. Frank, break down the 10th.
Little dogleg to the left, blind tee shot. Fairway starts to run out about 290 yards, so you've got to be cognizant of that.
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. So this is where club selection becomes much more important. Uphill, make sure you have enough stick, and then swing away. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Solid play, heart of the green. in for par. Frank, this 11th hole can be a real bear. Even the Golden Bear knows that.
Yeah, just to remind him, in his rookie year in 1962, he made a whopping 11. Now, I can't remember the last time I heard Jack Nicklaus made double figures on one hole.
And so maybe a bogey 5 or even a double bogey 6. Not so bad. Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. He's going to have to find something, Frank, other than the rough.
Yeah, there's hitting it right and there's hitting it left, but when you've got to go out of both barrels, the game becomes hard.
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a master class in short game.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Back here at the 12th, and this is a hole that heads back towards the water. You might not see your tee shot land over the ridge in the middle of the fairway here, Frank, so what's the best strategy?
Well, it's called the fox, and you have to be cunning like a fox here. This one has a slight bend to the right, and a little like the previous hole, this is another fairway that certainly requires your best tee shot. Off the flight path again.
Not enough on that one.
It just seemed to baby it.
That's how you keep a round going. Make them from that distance. And now the tee shot here at the 472-yard par 4 13th.
A hole that bends to the right. Ideally hit it down the left side. And then you're playing to a raised two-tiered green. Oh, nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. Frank, what a turn of events here.
You're absolutely right, Rich. This round started off completely on the wrong foot. But he's managed to somehow keep his composure and turn this round completely in the other direction.
Made par yesterday. This one for birdie.
Oh, that birdie has to feel even better, Rich, with everything so tight at the top.
Right in the middle of a Donnybrook at this point. Heading for home now, Frank, the par 3 14th, just under 180 yards. What's the key here?
Well, it's rather narrow at the front there. There's 3 bunkers, but it's the second 2 that you really worry about that narrow the front of the screen up. Plus, the front is slightly raised, so ideally you want it to fly it more towards the middle where it starts to widen up. Well, that was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Pretty good shot right there. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Good roll. Solid. That's a par. Now at the 15th at Royal Troon Golf Club, 483-yard par 4. This, Frank, is one of the hardest holes in the course.
It's certainly a stout par 4 at that distance. If you're playing it into a head breeze, then 260 yards is certainly going to be a big tee shot. But 260 yards takes all the bunkers out of play.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Appears to be tracking well. On the green, and a chance for a birdie. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
He has this for par. That's a solid par. Still in it, Frank. Frank, here's the only par 5 on the back 9 at Royal Troon.
You'd think at 542 yards it would be reachable, but the burn that cuts across really limits the tee shot to about 280 yards. So it's very much about placing that second shot in a good distance for your third.
In the 1997 Open Championship here at Royal Troon, you played with Tiger Woods in the 3rd round. What did he do at this 16th hole?
He hit a driver for his second shot into a head breeze from about 270 yards, managed to get it on the green, then knocked it in from about 45 feet for eagle.
You knew he was something special back then, didn't you?
Yeah, he was the only one that even tried that shot.
So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today.
And with that birdie, tied at the top.
Final par 3 here at Royal Troon. It's the 17th. And what kind of a hole is it, Frank?
Well, this takes your best long iron shot. Normally plays back into the prevailing breeze. You miss this green on the left, it will run all the way down the hill. The bunkers might look short, but if your tee shot isn't hit properly, it'll puff up into that breeze and certainly find a pot bunker.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. And getting ready for the putt. That's a par, but that is also second place.
That's right. Birdies have been made elsewhere.
Frank, the right fairway bunker ruined Greg Norman's chance at the 1989 Open Championship here at Royal Troon.
Yeah, pulled out driver, and there's one bunker down the right side. It had a perfect tee shot. What looked like it was perfect. Somehow it managed to run all the way down there and behind the lip. And of course, the rest is history.
Frank, obviously here at 18, you do not want to be long.
Yeah, err on the side of caution here. You're exactly right. You'd rather be 30 feet short of this flag than 30 feet over the back of this green, because it might just be out of bounds.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. That's good work right there. Just a tap in. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Grabs a share of the lead after making par. Frank, that front page of the leaderboard has been looking good all week.
You're exactly right, Rich. I think our winner is certainly going to come from that list right now. I'm excited for tomorrow's final round.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Charity Invitational. And now we go down to the first hole. Well, partner, you've been there. Final round, first tee, and you're leading. What's the mindset?
Well, Rich, you've got to try and keep away from what a lot of people do, which is one eye looking forward and one eye looking at the rear vision mirror. Right now, it's about getting off to a good, solid start. Put some space between you and the pack.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Doing whatever he wants with that golf ball. Moving it left, moving it right, hitting it straight when it's called for. He's doing it all.
Great start.
Frank, they call this second hole Black Rock. They also call it the most heavily bunkered hole on the entire course. What do you have to do to stay away from them?
Well, it plays in the same direction as the first hole. So the prevailing breeze normally off the right. Some bunkers in play either side. Really just let the ball go to ground, let it run out. There's 11 bunkers in total on the second hole.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Stuffed it in there really close, and now just a tap in. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Well, how about this start? Birdie to open the round. Frank, looking at the third, what are the sort of key decisions that you have to make?
There's two bunkers down the left. They're not really the issue. They're the burn. That's about 285 yards. This is not a hole, really. You just take the driver out and swing away. Just something that stays up short of that. It's just going to leave you a short iron in.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Birdie putt coming up. The par on this hole yesterday. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Those keep the round going, those par putts. Hole number 4, Frank, can you cut the corner on the tee shot on this dogleg right par 5?
Well, Rich, you have to guarantee you can carry the ball at least 280 yards. That bunker that protects that side is the big problem if you go down the right.
Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing. Great shot out of the rough. He avoided all the troubles just to get that on the green.
That was not an easy shot. He'll settle. Frank, this is the kind of start every player wants.
Yeah, swinging it well. Certainly hitting the ball in the right place there, and yep, good thing too. He's actually putting well.
From 200 yards away. Frank, still relatively early in the round, but given what we've seen so far, this could be a heck of a golf round.
Yeah, right now everything's just going according to plan. It's like he's playing on all 8 cylinders. So really, you're just trying to get out of your own way.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Looks like he just misread that. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Par here's fine, isn't it, Frank? Now to the 601-yard behemoth par 5, 6th hole. You can pay the steep price here, Frank, for a mistake.
You can. You can't reach this green with your tee shot, so there's no reason to even try. A good drive, if it bounds down the right side, and it'll eventually go left. would perhaps give you a chance to reach this par 5 and 2. But this is one tee shot to concentrate on. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie. About 110 yards to the flagstick, and that's where the hole is, right at the bottom of it. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Birdie try up next. Now this for birdie. Came away with par in the previous round. Ooh, that hurts.
Now putt for par.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. He'll take par and move on. Ball's teed up, ready to fly here at the 7th.
Yeah, it's a slight elevated tee, so you see all the problems in front of you. A couple of bunkers down the left, 2 down the right, but it's links golf, so you know where you've got to go. That's in between them.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Now a 7-footer. Really starting to shine, moves to 10 under for the tournament. Back to the action here as we get ready to tee off at the par 3 8th.
Yeah, 5 bunkers surround this green that's perched up. The 2 really to avoid, they're on the right side. They're incredibly deep pot bunkers.
Frank missed the green off the tee.
Yeah, but this is certainly a tricky little shot coming up here at the par 3.
Been this way all day. Airtight, no mistakes, solid shot.
And yet another green in regulation.
Okay, no problem with that one. Ready to go here at the 9th at Royal Troon Golf Club. 423 yards. What are you looking to do with this one, Frank?
Well, it's another one that's a dogleg left. It's called the Monk, actually, because it faces the village of Monktown. 1 bunker on the left, 285 yards to carry that. But it's not that you're trying to carry it. It's you're trying to cut the ball off that.
Frank not close, but from that line, not bad.
No, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich. This is an awkward length.
Frank, we have said it over and over. Another birdie. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
That's been the story of the day, hacking it out of the rough.
Gonna have grass stains on the shoes come the end. Rich, do you think we should tell him this fairway out there?
Yeah, he's been in the rough all day long. So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait. And at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Settles in over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, if you needed a reminder as to just how difficult this 11th hole is, none other than Jack Nicklaus had his problems here.
Yeah, he turned pro in 1962. He just won the US Open at Oakmont, and then he came to Troon, and on the 11th hole, he made a 10. That's right, double digits.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, see a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Pretty good shot right there. Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. That is a solid par putt. Back here at the 12th, and this is a hole that heads back towards the water. You might not see your tee shot land over the ridge in the middle of the fairway here, Frank, so what's the best strategy?
Well, it's called the fox, and you have to be cunning like a fox here. This one has a slight bend to the right, and a little like the previous hole, this is another fairway that certainly requires your best tee shot. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
How about that shot? From that lie to get it that close, tremendous effort. These putts keep the round together. A great roll right there. Just a pure stroke right in the heart. Frank, break down the par 4 13 for us.
Another par 4 that bends to the right. Lots of undulation on this fairway. This is the first of 6 straight holes that head in the direction of the clubhouse. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, golf may be the best sport to follow from this standpoint. You can get closer to the great athlete in golf than you can in any other sport. You could stand 5 feet from Tiger Woods at a tee box as he's getting ready to drive. I mean, that's really unusual in sports.
Yeah, it's a different type of spectator sport, especially if you follow your favorite player all the way around the golf course. Because it's not like waiting for your favorite hitter in a baseball game. You know, you've got to wait several innings. You can literally see him hit every single shot, drive through to putt.
And getting ready for the putt. Good putt. Frank, what kind of par 3 is the 14th here?
Well, you can get sucked in here. Just 180 yards, which isn't considered that long. But if you look too much at the front of the green, you're going to see that's where the protection is.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here. It's at sneaky distance.
Tough game, Frank. You can hit 300-yard drives and miss 3-foot putts.
Yeah, there's the ecstasy, and that's the agony.
Just a couple of feet. That's a bogey, but still in the lead.
We start to see shots in hand really valuable.
Now at the 15th at Royal Troon Golf Club, 483-yard par 4. This, Frank, is one of the hardest holes in the course.
It's certainly a stout par 4 at that distance. If you're playing it into a head breeze, then 260 yards is certainly going to be a big tee shot. The 260 yards takes all the bunkers out of play.
Now playing the second.
Yeah, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a masterclass in short game.
Our attempt here. Those keep the round going, those par putts.
Hey, what's up?
The back nine here at Royal Troon has only one par 5.
Very, very
here it is, Frank.
At 542 yards, you'd think it's reachable, but that burn cuts in at 280 yards, so it means you have to lay back. But I remember back in 1997, playing alongside Tiger Woods, and he still managed to get it onto the green from behind the burn. It was some shot.
You knew at that point he was something special.
He certainly was. He then knocked it in from 40 feet for an eagle 3.
And from the fairway for his second shot.
So if I bogey the next 2 and sink birdies the next
Ready for his
2.
third shot. Needs to hit this close. See if we can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie.
Oh.
Just a little too much juice on that birdie putt, Frank.
It was bold. Very bold.
Been pretty good all day from this distance. Just trying to take care of business. Continues to roll it very well all day long.
Lead now, dude. I get double bogey the next 2 and
Frank, now to the hole they call Rabbit.
222-yard par 3. Unless I get
I don't know why it's called Rabbit, because this is certainly some tough par 3. Green sits up a little bit. There's a big roll off on the left side, well bunkered. This takes a brilliant long iron shot just to keep it on the ground.
Setting up for an approach shot here. This won't hurt him, Frank.
Just a little left of the flag.
Just because I said
that's fine.
He'll be pretty happy with that one. About 20 feet away in a good spot.
I told you to.
And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy.
Yep.
Oh, I thought he had that. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it.
I went about 31 or 32
so a tester from 4 feet
straight without bogeying. And I did it twice.
In this situation, Richard, bogey's not all that bad. Still has the lead.
Still a 5-shot lead with 1 hole remaining.
Frank, how does this 18th hole here at Royal Troon stack up against some of the other finishing holes in major championship golf?
Quadruple bogey.
Richard's a stout par 4, 464 yards, so it's sort of in the ilk of Muirfield or Royal St. George's finishing hole. They've had some great 18th holes in Open Championships. This is actually called Craig End. It's the name of the old farm that was demolished at the turn of the century. So the 18th hole, it's certainly grown up and it's flourished to more than a farm.
Frank, this is a hole, number 18, where you don't want to be in a hurry to get to the clubhouse.
Yeah, there's out of bounds just off the back of this green, so you might want to keep that in the back of your mind. Don't go long.
Yeah, OB is just steps from the clubhouse. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough.
I think I was over here the last round, too.
Well, that's a smart shot. A lot of people would have tried to be a little more heroic from there, but there was no need.
Back on the fairway, back in play. Okay, good shot on the dance floor.
Awesome. But don't matter.
To win the Charity Invitational. So not his best work. He'll walk away with a bogey. That has to feel so good. A big championship victory.
That's what I'm talking about. I finally won one again. Yeah, give me my money. Give me my money. I was only 2 under that second round, or that last round. And that's because I bogeyed 3 times in the second 9. I bogeyed 3 bogeys. I was 5 under in that round. I'm 10th in the FedEx Cup playoff points, huh? Interesting. Oh, man. Now there I am. 10th place. Poor Phil Mickelson, no love in this game. They don't even have Tiger Woods in this at all, do they? Oh shoot, they do. Oops, that's not what I want. So long, everybody.